So I said some of the things, right? How to work with this method overriding, right? And even I said what is overloading. So after that, I said about arrow functions, and this arrow functions are similar to what lambdas. Other languages you call it as lambdas, but in JavaScript you call it as which functions? Arrow functions. And I said arrow functions are anonymous functions, and these functions generally used as a function arguments, right? Right. So after this, yes, we started with what? Document object model. So JavaScript with what? HTML and CSS. That is how JavaScript communicate with the HTML or web page. How JavaScript communicate with the HTML or what? Web page. So for that, you are using one interface, and what is that interface you are using is DOM. So DOM stands for your document object model. See here. For example, this is your web page, right? This is web page. Okay, suppose dynamically I want to perform certain operations. Dynamically I want to perform certain operations in the web page. For example, assume that always a JavaScript is embedded within the HTML page, and HTML is one language and JavaScript is what here? Another language. So where you write header, and then after that you are writing which one? Script. And within this script tag, you are including which code? JavaScript code. And then after that you have a body here, right? And within this, for example, within this page, okay, there is one paragraph is there. Assume that there is one paragraph. So this paragraph is having one message called which one? Hello. Okay, suppose I want to access within the script, I want to access which one? Paragraph. Within the script, I want to access which one? Paragraph. Then how can I access the paragraph within the script? Within the JavaScript, how can I access this paragraph? Within the JavaScript, how can I access this body? Or within the JavaScript, how can I access any HTML element? How can I access any HTML element within the JavaScript so that I can manipulate these elements during runtime? I can manipulate the elements during runtime. Okay. Then how can I interact? I mean, how JavaScript interact with the web page? How JavaScript interact with the web page, or how JavaScript read elements of the web page so that it can manipulate the content during runtime. So for that, you are using one API or you are using one interface. Okay, you are using one API or you are using one interface. And what is the name of that API? DOM. And here DOM stands for document object model, right? So it means this DOM works as an interface between the JavaScript and what is that? HTML. This DOM works as an interface between the JavaScript and HTML. So who will create a DOM? Browser. Who will create a DOM? Browser. But what is exactly document object model is? Okay. Yes, what is exactly document object model is? So what is document object model? Okay. So document object model is an application programming interface. Already I said this, right? Document object model is an application programming interface for manipulating which document? HTML document. It means DOM represent which document? HTML document. DOM represents which one? HTML document. What is DOM? DOM represent HTML document as a tree of which one? Nodes. Okay, because when you're talking about HTML web page, your web page, your web page is divided into how many parts? Actually, your web page is divided into how many parts? Two parts will be there. One is head and one more is body. Where is head and body within HTML? So HTML is a root tag or not? Yes. HTML is a root tag, and within the tag, there is one more tag called which one? Header. There is one more tag called which one? Body. It means all HTML tags, all HTML tags are all HTML elements are organized. All HTML elements are organized in the form of hierarchy, in the form of tree structure, and that tree structure you call it as which one? DOM. Okay, the tree structure is called as which one? DOM. That is document object model. So it means whenever you load your web page within the browser, whenever you load your web page within the browser, and browser create which object? DOM tree. Who will create the DOM tree? Browser will create. And who will use this DOM tree? JavaScript to manipulate the document during runtime. To manipulate the document during runtime. Just try to understand this. So what is document object model? Document object model is an application programming interface. It is an application programming interface for manipulating what? HTML documents. Okay, you cannot access paragraph within the JavaScript directly, right? You cannot access headers within the JavaScript directly, right? No, you cannot access it. For example, within the JavaScript, I want to access the value of paragraph. Within the JavaScript, I want to access the value of paragraph. Yes, then how can I access the value of paragraph? I cannot. How can you access the value of, suppose if it is variable, you can access the value of variable with what name? Variable name. You can access the value of variable with what name? Variable name. But can you access the value of paragraph directly? No. You cannot access the value of paragraph directly. If you want to access the value of paragraph, what will I say? Yes. Stop mobile here, please. ముందే మనకు మంచిగా లేదు, మళ్ళీ దాంట్లో మళ్ళీ సతాయిస్తారు మీరు. ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేకుండా రావద్దని చెప్పాను నేను. వేరే బ్యాచ్లో అటెండ్ కండి, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, ఎస్ హియర్ ప్లీజ్. నో అటెండెన్స్, నథింగ్ హియర్. నథింగ్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద క్లాస్. Not interested, don't come to the class. తను వచ్చేసి టైం పాస్ చేయాలి ప్లీజ్, మై రిక్వెస్ట్. ఎందుకంటే మేము రిక్వెస్ట్ చేయాలి, ఎవరిని అన్నాం అంటూ మళ్ళీ కోపం వస్తుంది. మీకు కోపం వస్తుందని మాకు రాదు, మా మనుషులం కాదు, అవును కాదు, ఏముండదు మళ్ళీ. Okay, right. So first day no mobiles, don't use mobile. Okay, right, no problem. So that is what I'm saying. Okay, now this is a web page, right? This is your web page. This is your web page, right? This is web page, or the same thing is called as which one? Document. Web document, you call it as web document or not? Yes, this can be called as web page, or it can be called as which one? Document. Okay, so document is it, document, web document or web page. And within this, now there is a tag called HTML, and there is a header. Okay, so there is a header, and within this I'm using a tag called which one? Script. So HTML is one language, and JavaScript is what here? Another language. HTML is one language and JavaScript is another language. For example, I want to change, for example, I want to change the background color of the page. I want to change the background color of the page when I click on the button. When I click on the button, I want to change the background color of the page. Background color means how you define the background color? By using which one? Body. Okay, the content of the web page is displayed within the body. Is it head is displayed or not displayed? No, head is not displayed, right? Which one is displayed? Only body. Okay, I want to change the web page background color. How can I change the web page background color within the JavaScript? I should able to access which one? Body. I should able to access which one? Body. How can I access body? How can I access body within the JavaScript? Will you say body like this? Can you write body like this? No, you cannot write like this, right? How can I access the body within the JavaScript? Then I required one mediator or not? Yes. And what is that mediator? Is DOM. It means all these elements, whatever elements are there in HTML page, all these elements are organized in the form of one tree. All these elements are organized in the form of one tree, and that tree is called as which one? DOM. That tree is called as which one? DOM here. Okay, that particular tree is called as a DOM. Okay, DOM. So what is the root? Now you'll say document is there. So document is now your HTML page is represented as one object. Your HTML page is represented as one object. What is the object here? Document object. Your web page is referred as one object called which one? Document. If you want to do anything within the web page, okay, you refer it by using which object? Document object. But who create document? Browser. Who will create a document? Browser. Okay, and within document there is what? HTML. Within document there is what? Header. Within document there is what? Body. Within document there is a head and there is a body. Now each element is represented as one object. That is what? Document object model. Means each element which is there in the document is represented as one object. Each element or each tag exists within the document is represented as one object, and that you call it as which one? Document object model. That is called as a document object model. So the DOM represents here, the DOM represents an HTML document as a tree of what? Nodes. Tree of nodes. Now tree is having number of nodes, right? The DOM provides a functionality. The DOM provides the functions that allows you to add, remove, and modify the parts of the document effectively. Suppose you want to add some elements. You want to remove some elements, or you want to modify some elements. How can you add, remove, and modify the parts of the document? By using which one? DOM, right? So DOM, right? Suppose if you want to modify the paragraph, then you have to access which one? Paragraph. Where you can find the paragraph object? In DOM. Okay. Yes. Where you can find the header object? Within the DOM, right? So by using those objects which are prepared by whom? Browser. And that object hierarchy is called as which one? DOM, right? So the DOM represents an HTML document as a tree of which one? Nodes. Tree of nodes. Okay, tree. What is a tree now? Document. Your web page itself is one tree, and that is having number of nodes. Okay, nodes are nothing but like head is one node, HTML is one node, head is one node, body is what? Another node. All these are which one? Nodes. Of which one? DOM. DOM tree. All these are which one? Nodes. So document is a root, and within that you will have a number of nodes or not? Yes. So it means what? your web page elements are organized in the form of one tree. And that tree structure is called as which one? DOM. And each element within the tree is represented as one object. And when you are saying object is having some properties. Object is having some properties, and these properties are called what? Attributes. These properties are called as which one? Attributes. For example, if we take anchor is there. Anchor is an attribute. Anchor is a tag. It is having some attributes or not? Yes. What is the attribute of anchor? href. Correct or not? So font is a tag, and font is having attributes or not? Yes. Like color and size and all the things are what? Attributes. So which tag? Font. If you want to manipulate it, now you refer that elements by using which one? DOM. Right? Yes. So a document as a hierarchy of nodes. The document represents an HTML document as a hierarchy of which one? Nodes. A document is referred as a hierarchy of which one? Nodes. The DOM represents an HTML document as a hierarchy of nodes. Okay, now it is like this. For example, if you take this one, okay, if you see this one, there is HTML and there is a header, and within that you have which one? Title. Okay, then again closing of header, and there is a body, and there is a body, and there is what? HTML. Now the following tree represents the above HTML document. If you see this HTML document, how this HTML document is represented as a DOM. Okay, this is how it is represented. I said document. Document refers to what? Your document refers to what? Your web page. Document refers to your web page. And within this document, there is which one? HTML. Within HTML, there is which one? Header, and one more is what? Body. So document is what here? Root. Document is what here? Root. And within this document, what tag is there? HTML is there. And HTML contain how many child nodes here? 2. One is a header and one more is a body. What is there in header? Title. What is there in body? Paragraph. And what is the text inside the title? JavaScript DOM. What is the text inside the paragraph? Hello DOM. Suppose if I want to modify the title, I access which one? Title, and modify which property? Text property. If I want to modify the paragraph, then I access which one? Body, and then I access which one? Paragraph, and within the paragraph, I'm modifying which property? Text property. It means this document is organized in the form of one hierarchy, and that hierarchy is called which one? DOM. That hierarchy is called as DOM. In this DOM tree, the document is which node? A root node. I said every web page document refers as what here? Root. And the document is a root. Document is a root node. For example, document is which one? Root here. For example, so there is a script, right? What I'm saying here is, I'm saying within the script, I'm saying document. Document refers to what? Web page. What document refers to? Web page. Document dot. So you have so many attributes or not? Yeah, there are so many attributes are there here. Number of attributes are there. Okay, there are so many attributes are there. And there is one method is there. And what is the name of this method? Write. Where you are writing in? Document. What is document? Web page. What is document? Web page. What do you want to write? I want to write one message. Okay, hello. Hello DOM. Okay, I'm saying hello DOM. How I'm writing how I am writing inside a page by just using one method called which one? Write. Write is a method of which object here? Document object. So what will happen if I run this? Okay, what will happen if I run this? It just write one message within the document. And what is the message it write? Hello, DOM. What is the message it is written? Hello, DOM. But how you write inside a web page? How web page is referred by using which object? Document. Document is which object? Document is which object? Is a root object of which one? DOM. It is a root element of which one? DOM. Right? I'm just telling you what is the meaning of this object says. How you refer the object says. Okay. So in this DOM tree, the document is a root node, and the root node has one child node which is a HTML element. One child node is there. In DOM tree, the document is which node here? A root node. Okay, document is a root node of the DOM. But who create this DOM? DOM is created by so DOM is created by browser. DOM is created by whom? Browser. But when DOM is created, when web page is loaded within the browser. Okay, DOM is created by, I read somewhere here. See here. I said now, note is there here. DOM is a cross-platform and language-independent way of manipulating HTML and XML documents. Okay. So DOM is created by browser. DOM is created by browser. Okay. When web page is loaded, when web page is loaded within what? Browser. So this this DOM is created by browser. Okay, you are not creating it because DOM is a dynamic or not? Yes. DOM is not fixed. DOM is what here? Dynamic, because this tree structure is created based on the content of which one? Web page. Okay, this tree structure is created based on the content of web page. Okay, DOM is the same for all the web pages. No, the DOM is not same for all the web pages, because one web page is having paragraph. One web page might have what? Image. Okay, DOM hierarchy contain what? Paragraph. Okay, DOM hierarchy contain what? Image. Right? So DOM is completely depends on which one? Content of the document. So DOM is dynamic. DOM is dynamic. Okay, it means the content of DOM, DOM depends on, okay, depends on which one? Content of which one? Web page. Okay, your web page may contain different types of elements, right? Based on the different types of elements, it will try to create which object? DOM object. Okay, so DOM is a dynamic, and DOM is created by browser when page is loaded within browser, right? And DOM is a dynamic, and the content of DOM depends on the content of which one? Web page. Okay, so in this web page, how DOM is created? What is the root element of the DOM? Document. And what is immediate element? HTML. And within that, how many child nodes are there? 2. One is a head and one more is what? Body. Within the head, there is one more element called which one? Title. Within the body, there is one more element called paragraph. So is it DOM is same for all the web pages? No. DOM is created based on the content of what? Web page. The DOM is created based on the content of the web page, right? See here. So in the DOM tree, the document is called as which node? A root node. But this is a DOM tree for which one? Previous web page. The root node has one child node, which is a HTML. The HTML element is called even which element here? Document element. Even you can refer this HTML element as what? Document. How you refer HTML? HTML is a root or not? Yeah, HTML is a root element. You can say HTML is a root. Why? Because how you refer, the HTML page, or how you refer the HTML tag. You refer the HTML tag by using which one? Document. HTML refers by using which object? Document object. Document object. See here, the HTML element is called which element? Document element, or it is also referred as which object? Document object. So in this example, you are saying document.write, where you are writing this message within document, and document is referred with what? Document means it is referring to which one? HTML. That is where you say no doc type. This is a comment, right? You are saying doc type. What is the doc type here? HTML. Okay. Just to try to understand here. Okay, how to write. So in this DOM tree, the document is the root node. The root node has one child node, which is HTML element. The HTML element is also called which one? Document element. Now each document can have only one document. See, each document can have only one document element. One document element, right? Can have multiple HTML tags. No, you can have only one HTML. So how many document elements will be there? Only one. And that is a root. Okay, that is a root. In HTML document, in an HTML document, the document element is HTML element, and each markup can be represented by a node in that tree. Each element is represented as one node. Each element is represented as one node. How many nodes are there here? Two nodes. One is header and one more is which one? Body. How many nodes are there? Two nodes are there. One is called as header and one more node is called as which one? Body. So in this DOM tree, the documents here, each document can have only one document element, and in an HTML document, the document element is a HTML element, and each markup can be represented by a node in the tree. So node types will be there. You have a different types of nodes. Okay. Generally in web development, you will be using only two types of nodes, but you have some more node types, but I just describe what are the node types are available. Now each node in the DOM tree is identified by a node type. Node type is there. Each node in the DOM tree is identified by a node type. Now JavaScript uses integer numbers to determine the node type. So this is a table, right? This is a table. Node dot element node. Suppose an element node can be like which one? Paragraph, division. All this comes under which nodes? Element nodes. Paragraph, division, paragraph, and what is that? Division. All these nodes comes under which one? Element. So node dot, what is it? What is it? Another node type. Next text node. This is actually text inside what? An element, or what is that? Attribute. For example, paragraph is there. Within the paragraph, what you'll have? Within the paragraph, what you'll have? Text. How you refer the paragraph? You can refer the paragraph as which node? Element node. And the text which is there inside that node refers as which node? Text node. Two are there. One is element node and one more is which one? Text node. Okay, this is C data, which belongs to what? XML. Okay, there is a processing instruction. All these nodes belongs to what? XML. That is 4. C data section is there, and one more is processing instruction node. This is also belongs to which one? XML. And there is which node is there? Comment node, and that you refers as a document comment, and that can be represented by using value, right? And document node, which is referred by using which one? 9. And document type node, that will refer to what here? A document type node, such as document type equal to which one? HTML. And document fragmentation node, that will refers to what? Document fragment node. If you divide your document into a number of fragmentation, then you refer each document by using which one? Document fragmentation node. How can you find out the node type? You can just give node. What is the node here? Object dot. What is the name of the attribute? Node type. Node dot node type. Node dot node type. Just try to understand here. Okay, node dot node type. For example, if you take this, a simple example, yes. I said, node is having two important properties. What is the two important properties of a node? One is a node name. One is a node name and one more is what? Node value that provide specific information about which one? Node. That will provide a specific information about the node. Just to see here, what I am doing is in this case, okay, I just write here node. I just write a node dot. I'm just writing here node dot. Okay, node dot. What is the name of this object? Node dot node type. Okay, yes. But first of all, you should get the node, right? First of all, you should get the node. Node means, what is a node? Without getting a node, can you identify the type? No. Without getting the node, you cannot identify which one? Type. What is a node? Node is nothing but every element is called as one node. What is a root node? Document. What is a root node? Document. What is the immediate node you have? HTML. And what is the immediate node you have? Header. What is the immediate node you have? Body. So without getting the node, can you find out the type? No. But then how can I get the node? Node is nothing but element or not? Yes. Node is nothing but what? Element. Then how can I get a node reference? I can get the node reference. Every node is having ID. Every node is having what? Name. Every node is having ID. Every node is having what? Type. Name. Every node is having ID, or what is that? Name. Name and ID. You can search. You can search the element. You can search the element and you can get the reference of what? That node or that element. So once you get the node, once you get the element, node is nothing but what? Or a node is nothing but what? Element. Once you get the element, you can identify it is which type. Once you get the element, you can identify it is which type. It is which type. How many types of nodes are there here? Two. One is the element node and one more is which one? Text node. Element node like paragraph, division, all this comes under which node? Element node. So content of that can be referred as which one? Text. Just to try to understand this. Unless you don't get the reference of the node, can you find out the type? No. You cannot find out the type. Then where you search for these nodes? Where you search for these nodes? Within document. Where you search for these nodes by using which one? Document dot. You have some methods, right? Document dot. Document dot. What is that? Get element by, or get element by what? ID. Document dot get element by what? ID. So this will return the reference of which one? Element. And that element is called as what? Node. That element is called as what? Node. So document dot get element by which one? Name. You are searching the element by using which one? ID. You are searching the element by using which one? Name. But what this get element by ID returns? Or what this get element by ID returns? Node. What is element? Get element by ID returns? Node. What is get element by name returns? Node. Right? So this will return one object, right? Which object it returns? Node object. Okay, that element is written as one object and that object is called as which object? Node objects. For example, suppose you have a paragraph. Paragraph ID. What is a paragraph ID here? X. And here I'm saying hello. Okay. Now I want to search. I want to search for which node? Paragraph. Then what I'm saying? Document dot get element by ID. What is the ID here? X. What is the ID here? X. X is the ID, right? Then what this get element by ID is returning? It is returning a reference of which one? It is returning the reference of which object? Paragraph object. Paragraph object. How can I find out it is which type of a node? I just write here document dot, or you can say console dot log node dot. Now node dot. Can I use which type? Node dot. What is this? Node type. Node dot node type. So that will return reference of which one? Node. That will return the reference of the node. Okay, na node type. But how many types of nodes are there here? If it is a element node, if paragraph is which node? Element node. Then what is the type you'll get? Element node. What is the type you'll get? Element node. But you are searching and you are getting the reference of that element by using which method? Get element by ID. Method available in which object here? Document object. Document object. Okay, available in which object here? Document object. Okay, so just to see here. So node type. Is there or not there? So get element by, sorry, was some mistake we have done. So document is object. Document. So anything, okay, because is it a case sensitive or insensitive? Okay, right? So just see the content of this. All right, no problem. I'll tell you again this because we have not written properly this. But node is which one? Object. Node is object, and you are saying console dot log, and you are just writing node dot. Node is referring to which one? Element, and then you are finding it is which type by using one attribute or one property called node type. But these are different types of nodes, right? So based on the node type, now a node has two important properties. One is a node name and one more is which one? Node value. So that provide specific information about which one? Node. You have to understand what is a node is. What is a node? Node represents what? Element. What node represents what here? Element. Remember this, but you identify this node either with a numeric number or you identify with what? Constant name. You identify with a numeric number. Suppose 1 is there. 1 means which node? Element node. Or you can say node dot element node. Okay, element node is what? Variable name or property name, right? Yes. So the value of this properties depends on which type node type. For example, if the node type is the element node and the node name is always the same as elements tag name and node value is always which one? Null. See here. Just see here. Okay. The value of this properties depends on the node type. For example, if the node type is the element node, the node name is always the same as the elements tag name and value is what? Always null. See here, the value of this properties depends on the node type. Okay, for example, if the node type is which node? Element node. What is a node type? Element node. Element node means what? Element node can be either paragraph or what is that? Division. So these are called as which nodes here? Element nodes. And yeah, if the node type is element node, the node name is always the same as elements which name? Tag name. Okay, the node name is always the same as elements which one? Tag name, and node value is always which one? Null. Because of that, in the previous case, what is the value written? In the previous case, what is the value written? Null. What is the value it is written? Null, right? So if the node type is an element node, node name is always the same as which one? Elements tag name. Elements tag name. Elements tag name and value is always which one? Null. So that You can manipulate during which one? Runtime. Okay, so that you can manipulate during runtime, like paragraphs here. Just here, for this reason, it is better to test node type before using this properties. Here, node dot node type equal to node dot element node. Node dot element node. Then what you are saying? Let name equal to node dot node name. So tag name is like which one? Paragraph. So node name will return which one? Tag name. Okay, tag name. And what is the tag name or element name here? Paragraph. If the node is which one? Or if the node is which one? Element node. If the node type is which node? Element node. You can get the tag name by using which one? Node name. So this will return the name. And what is the name here? Paragraph. Right? Node and element. You have to understand. Okay, sometimes you might be confused, right? Node and element. But sometimes this both are refers as what? Same. Node and what is that? Element. Node and element. Right here. Sometimes it is easy to confuse between the node and what? Element. A node is a generic name of an object in the DOM tree. Generic name of an object in the DOM tree. Node, you'll say body is a node, head is also node. Okay, title is also what? Node. But each node is having what? Name. Each node is having what? Name. Suppose node dot node name, if I say, it will return title. If I say node dot node name, it will return what? Paragraph. Sir. నేను ఇక్కడ కూర్చున్నా. ఎందుకు మన ఎందుకు ఎవరేం చేశారు? ఎవరేం చేశారు? ఎవరు? Right now, node is here node is what here? Generic. Okay, na? So node can be anything, right? But this node is having specific name. Okay, that will return which name? Tag name, right? Okay, node can be generic. In the hierarchy of DOM, node is what here? Any generic. Okay, generic node object represents what? Generic. But when you say node dot node name, so that will return what? Tag name. That will return what name? Tag name, or what is that? Element. Okay, so node is a generic and node type is what? Specific. To us, one element, right? So sometimes it is easy to confuse between the node and what is that? Element. A node is a generic name. A node is a generic name of any object in the DOM tree. A node is a generic name of any object in the DOM tree, and it can be it can any built-in DOM element such as a document, or it can be any HTML tag specifying the HTML document, like which one? Division or paragraph. All these are called as a nodes only. All these are see, document is one node. Okay, paragraph is one node. Division is one node. But these are having names or not? Yes. All these are element nodes only. All these are element nodes only. But what is the name of, what is the element name here? Division. What is the element name here? Paragraph. But these both are represented as what? Node. But node is a generic. Node is a generic. An element is a node with a specific node type, like node dot element node, which is equivalent to which one? 1. I said, it may be refer. Each node might be refer with some number, right? Either you can use a variable, uh, either you can use one constant, and what is that constant name here? Element node, or this is equivalent to which one? 1. It means when you are manipulating the document during runtime, you'll try to verify if node dot element node, if node dot element node, if node dot, if node dot node type. Suppose I read one node from, or I read one node from which one? Document. After reading one node from the document, I want to verify, is it this node is which type? Then I'll say node dot node type equal to 1. Node dot node type equal to which one? 1. 1 means which node? Element node. 1 means which node? Element node. Once it is element node, then I'll try to find out name of the element. Suppose if the name of the element is what? Paragraph. Then I'll try to apply the properties of which one? Paragraph. Getting on. So node name will returns which name? Tag name or element name. Tag name or element name. So an element is a node with a specific node type. With a specific node type. See here. An element is an element is a node with a specific node type. When I say node dot element node, which is equivalent to which one? 1. In other words, the node is a generic type of element. The element is a specific type of the node with the node type, node dot element node. See here. In other words, the node is a generic type of element. Node is generic type of element, but the element is a specific type or not? Yes. Element is a specific type. Node is a generic type. Means, for example, paragraph is there. Division is there. Okay. Paragraph is what here? Node. Paragraph is one node. Okay. Division is also one node. So node is, what is a node? Generic type. Node is a generic type. Okay. So even paragraph is referred as what? Node. Even division is also referred as what? Node. Okay. Now, so node is which type now? Generic type. Node is a generic type, right? And then each node is having what? Name. Each node is having what here? Name. I'll say node dot. Node dot. What is this here? Node name. Node name is which name? Tag name or element name. What is the element name here? Paragraph. What is the element name here? Division. What is the element name here? Division. If I'm saying node dot, node dot, is it this? Node dot. If I'm saying node type, node dot. If I'm saying node type, if it is returning 1, 1 indicates which element, which node? Element node. 1 indicates which node here? Element node. Element node. If it is element node, you'll read the name of the element. You read the name of the element and then you perform certain operations. But node terms refers to which node? Generic node. But that may be either paragraph, or that may be either division, that can be any other node here. Right? Yes. So if you see this example, right? You can see this is simple example. A relationship between nodes and what is that? Elements, right? So event, we'll discuss about what is event target. But if you see this is a node, right? And what is a node here? Text. What is a node here? Element. What is a node here? Comment. Node can be either, what is this here? Division. It can be what? Text, or it can be element, or it can be what? Comment. So is it all this will refers to one generic object called which one? Node. All this refers to one generic object called which one? Node. For example, HTML elements, HTML input element and HTML body element and HTML what? Anchor element. Suppose if you see input type and there is a body and there is what here? Href. Just to try to understand, these are the nodes like text element and what is that? Comment. Yes, I'll try to, right? Yes. Just try to understand this. Node, these are node. And these are what? Elements. You have a different types of elements, right? You have a different types of which one? Element. But each element is referred as one. Each element is also referred as one node. Even text is also represented as one node, right? So you'll say node dot. Node type is which type of node? Suppose I said there are two types of nodes you will be using commonly. Which node? Text node. There is a text node is there. Which node is there? Comment node is there. Okay, na? There is a text node. There is a text node. There is which node? Comment node. And there is which node? Element node. Element node. What is element here? Can you say anchor is one element or not? Yes. Body is one element or not? Yes. Is it input type is element or not? Yes. But all these are which type? Node type only. Okay. Even text is also which the text which is there inside the division is also which one? Node. Okay. The text which is there inside the division is also what? Node. But it is which node? Alright, it is which node? Just now I said the list, right? It is which node? Text node. It is a text node. But this is which node? Division is which node? Element node. Division is which node? Element node. Paragraph is which node? Element node. But the text which is there inside that is which node? Text node. Just to try to understand. Input element, HTML input element is there. Body element is there. Anchor is there. All these are which one? Elements. But every element is one node. Text is element. Text is also treated as one node. Even comment is also treated as one node. But it is node represents what here? Generic. Node represents what here? Generic. So note that get element by ID and query selectors return object with the element type. See here. Note that get element by ID. I said no. How can you get the reference of the? How can you get the reference of the node? How can you get the reference of the node? You can get the reference of the node by using one function. You can get the reference of the node by using one function. And what is the name of that function here? Get element by ID. And one more is which one? Query selector returns an object with what? Element type. So what is the name of this function? Get element by ID. What is the name of this function? Query selector. This function is get element by ID and this function is what? Query. I'll tell you the difference between get element by ID, get element by name, and one more function is what? Query selector. Okay, right. But that is how you get the reference of the nodes. See here. While get element by tag name or query selector all returns node list, which is a collection of which one? Nodes. So this is where you find the difference between get element by ID and get element by what? Tag name or get element by name or query selector which one? All. Remember this. Just to try to remember this. Okay, na? Yes. So yes, how can you get the reference of the nodes? By using methods provided by which one? Document, right? Then how to get? Even there is some relationship between which one? Nodes. You find some relation between the nodes. Any node has a relationship to other nodes in the document tree. Because when you're saying it is a tree means it is in the form of which one? Hierarchy. Tree means it is in the form of which one? Hierarchy. Hierarchy is there, right? Okay, this is called as which one? This is called as which one? Root node. And this root can be called as which one? Parent. And these are called as which nodes here? Child nodes. These are called as which one? Child nodes. And these can be called as siblings of which one? These are the siblings of which one? So parent. Suppose, okay, hierarchy is, we can write like this. For example, assume that what you have, suppose node relationships also you have to understand. Any node has a relationship to other nodes in the DOM tree, because tree means whenever you are saying it is a tree means it is in the form of what? hierarchy. It is a family, right? All this will be organized in the form of fam. So there will be a relationship between one node and another node. There will be some relationship between one node and another. So the relationships are the same as the one described in traditional family tree, like parent will be there. There is a parent and then what? Children's. And with that children, again, you'll have what? Children, right? So for example, body is which node? Child node of which one? HTML. Okay. Body is a child node of which one? HTML. And HTML is a parent node of which one? Body. Okay. The body node is a sibling of which one? Head node, because they share the same immediate parent or not? Yes. Immediate parent or not? Yes. What is a parent here? HTML. Okay. What is a child here? Body. And one more is which one? HTML. Head. One more is which one? Head. So can you say head is the body node is a sibling of which one? Head node, because they share the same immediate which one? Parent. So which is the HTML element. Now you can see this is a node. This is which one? First child. So this is a parent node, right? This is a child node. What is the next sibling? This is another node. What is the next sibling? This is another node. This is previous and this is a next. So this is in the form of which one? Hierarchy. So it is organized in the form of which one? Hierarchy. So there will be some relation. Why you are saying next sibling, previous sibling, for moving from one node to another? Traversing can be done here. Traversing means moving from one node to which one? Another node. I want to move from which node? First node. First node. See, I want to move from this sibling node to which one? Next sibling. Then I can move from, there is some link between this node and this node or not? Yes. This is a root node and this can be called as a parent node, and this is called as which child? First child. This is a first child and this is which one? Last child. And this is the child which is the parent is the same or not? Yes. But all these are which one here? Siblings. That is node, node and node. All these are called as which one? Siblings. Right? So please just to try to understand. So there will be some relationship. There will be some relationship between what here? Nodes. There will be some relationship between which one? Nodes. Remember this. Okay, na? Yes. The next is, so I said, how can you get the reference of this nodes? Just to try to understand this, which one? DOM tree. So what is a DOM here? So again, I'm just giving a brief idea again. What is a DOM? DOM stands for what? Document Object Model. It is a application programming interface. It's nothing but API for manipulating or communicating with which document? HTML document. Who created DOM? DOM is created by which one? Browser. And DOM is a cross-platform. It is language independent. It means this DOM can be used by TypeScript. This DOM can be used by what? JavaScript. This DOM can be used by what? VB script. It can be used by what? Any scripting language. Like PHP, any scripting language can be used by this DOM. That's the reason you are saying it is a cross-platform, and it is also which one? Language independent. Okay, na? Right. So DOM is a dynamic. The content of DOM depends on the content of which one? Web page. For every web page, there will be one DOM created. Okay. And a document hierarchy, a document has a hierarchy of which one? Nodes. Okay. What is the root node? HTML. What is the siblings you have? Head. And one more is which one? Body. How many types of nodes you will find generally? Two types. One is a element node and one more is what? Text node. Okay, na? So HTML refers as which object here? Document. And it is having head and one more is what? Body. Right? So node types. One is the element node and one more is what? Text node. Okay, na? Yes. The actual text inside an element, or what is that? Attribute. That you call it as which one? Text node. If it is a text node, then you read the content of that text. Okay, na? If it is not a text node, will you read the content? No, you cannot able to read the content. Okay, na? Right. So node, how can you find out the node type? By using Node type, property of which object? Node object. But how can you get the node object? By using get element by ID and get element by what? Name. Okay, until unless you don't get the reference of the node, you cannot find out the type, you cannot find out the name. You cannot find out the type and you cannot find out the name. So there will be some relation between what? Nodes. Why? Because nodes are organized in the form of what? Hierarchy, right? Now you can see JavaScript get element by ID method, right? So the document. Now, yes, I'm just telling you first method of this. How can you get the reference of the node? Getting the reference of the node is nothing but getting the reference of what? Getting the reference of what? Element. Getting the reference of which one? Element. That is nothing but getting the reference of which one? Node. Getting the reference of element is nothing but getting the reference of node. So the document dot get element by ID method returns an element object. Element object. It will return which object? Element object. And each element object is represented as one node. That represent HTML element with an ID that matches a specific string. So get element by ID method is used to return an element object that represent HTML element with an ID that matches what? Specified string. If the document has no element with a specified ID, the document dot get element by ID returns what here? Null. It returns null because an ID of an element is unique within HTML document. The document dot get element by ID is a quick way to access which one? Element. Why? Because is it both? Is it two? Two elements will have the same ID? No. But two elements can have the same name if it is sharing different values. For example, if you are working with the radio buttons, okay, radio will have the same name but with the different values. Radio will have the same name but different values because when you give the same name, it is represented as one group. If you give the radio button same name, it is represented as one group. But will it have same values or different values? Different values. But suppose checkbox is there. Checkbox will have the same name or different name? Different name. Okay, just see here. If the document has no element with a specified ID, the document dot get element by ID returns what? Null. Because the ID element is a unique within the HTML document. The document dot get element by ID is a quick way to access which one? Element. Okay, but here we will discuss about this. What is a query selector is, but I'm not telling about which one? Query selector. Okay, query selector, but I'm just telling about which one? Get element by ID is only available on the document object, not other elements. So get element by ID is a method of which object? Document object. Get element by ID is a method of which object? Document object, because where you find all these elements within, or where you find all these elements within document. Who will search document? Within the document you are searching which one? Element. With what? ID. If it is equal to that ID, then it will return the reference of that element. Right? So get element by ID method. How you write it? You just write element equal to document dot get element by ID. It followed by which one? ID. Now in this syntax, ID is what here? String that represents the ID of the element to select. The ID is a case sensitive. For example, if you are writing root and root, is it totally same or different? Different, because it is a case sensitive or not? Yes, IDs are case sensitive. Okay, uppercase and lowercase both are not same. Uppercase and lowercase both are not same. Suppose example is, now this is a simple example. Paragraph is there. So there is a paragraph. See, there is a paragraph is there. Okay. So here you'll be using get element by ID. But how you are writing it? You are just writing here constant P document dot get element by ID. What you are searching for? You are searching for the paragraph. You are searching for paragraph whose ID is what? Message. You are searching for the paragraph whose ID is what here? Message. Let us see this, but we'll just include that. See, until unless you don't get the reference of any element, you cannot perform any operation. Until unless you don't do it, you cannot perform any operation, right? Should be created first. I just write here script. So I just write, I create one constant. So constant is a keyword. Constant is a keyword for creating which one? Constant. Okay, now what you are searching for? You are searching for an element. Okay, whose ID is what? Message. You are searching for an element whose ID is what? Message. So which element ID is a message? Paragraph. Which element ID is a message? Paragraph, right? Then yes. So this is paragraph. Yeah, you can use constant or let, no problem. But constant means which cannot be changed, right? Can you assign it again to the P? No, right? So instead of this constant, you can also use which one? Let. The value of variable can be changed. The value of variable can be changed, but the value of constant is never changed here. But here P is what? P is what here? Constant. Okay. Yes. Then after this, you just see here. So is it get the paragraph or not? Yes. This is a paragraph. Now this object is referring to which one here? Paragraph. Paragraph. See here. This is referring to paragraph. Okay. Yes. How can I get it? By using document dot get element by ID. So what is the name ID of this paragraph? Message. Right? Can you say console dot log dot P? P is a P. Can I say console dot log? Okay, P dot. I said P dot. What I can use? What I can use here? Node type. Can I get the type of the node or not? Yes. So node type. It is which node type? Element node. It is which node? Element node. And it is also having some text. Okay. Just to see here. Just to see here. Okay. So I just get the element, sorry, P dot node type. I said P dot node type, right? So if you run this, what is a node type? See here, what is a node type here? One means which node? Element node. One means which node? Element node. I want to know what is the name of the node. What will I say? Console dot log. I'll say P dot. What is this? Node type and node name. I want to know what is a node name. Node name is nothing but element name or not? Yes. What is the element name? P. So P is nothing but paragraph. P is nothing but paragraph or not? Yes. So what is displayed here? P. What is displayed here? P. This element tag. I mean, this is which type of tag? Paragraph. Right? So yes, it is a P. And then console dot log P dot node which one? Value. I'm saying node value. I just write here P dot node value. Okay, now node value I said. What is a node value is written? Null. Because is it having any value? No, it doesn't have any value. But can I say P dot Okay, node value. Is it having any property? Value property is there or not there? Not there. So what is the value? It is written here null, right? So each node is having some properties. For example, I take one division. Okay, so there is a division is there, and division ID. ID is a unique or not? Yes, division and division one. Division and division one. Now this is which one here? Division. Okay, then I'll say let some any variable name you can take. A equal to document dot so I'm just writing here document dot get element by which one? ID. So what is the name of the ID? Division one. Then after that I'm saying console dot log. I said a dot node type. Which type of node it is? Which type of node it is? Element node. Log a dot node type node name. What is the node name here? Division. What is the node name here? Division. Node type is which node? Element node, right? So node can be generic, but you can find the type and you can also get the name of the element, right? Yes, that can be done by searching element by which one? ID. Because ID is what here? Unique. ID is a unique here, right? Just to try to understand here. ID is a unique. Okay. ID is a unique. Okay. Now you can search the element. You can search the element by ID. You can search the element by. You can search the element by what? Name. There is one more method is there. Document. Provide one more method. And what is it? Another method it provide. Get elements by name. Get elements by name. Not get element by name. Get elements by name. Elements means one or more than one. More than one. Not one. Okay. See, there is a document dot. Okay. So there is a document dot. Sorry. So document dot get element by. Get elements by what here? Name. Get elements by name. Get elements by name. It means will it get these elements with what? Get elements by name is it will try to search with what? Name. Is it name is a unique? ID is a unique? ID is a unique, but name is not a unique. So there is multiple elements can have the same name or not? Yes. Multiple elements can have the same name. Okay. For example, here, every element on HTML document may have which attribute here? Name attribute. For example, if you take input type equal to which one? Radio. And name is language and value is which one? JavaScript. Okay, it means this radio button is identified with the ID or name? Name. But when you use a name, if multiple elements share the same name, means grouping. When you go for the name is the same, if you want to group it. If you want to group, now radio button is one group. Suppose languages is one group, databases is one group. Languages is one group and databases is another group. But within the languages group, I can select how many radio buttons? Only one. But is it names of all these radio buttons are same or different? Same. Okay, name of all these radio buttons will be what? Same. Okay, but having different values. So that is grouping it. Grouping it, right? In that case, you'll go for input type is a radio and name is language and value is which one? JavaScript. Unlike ID attribute, multiple elements can share the same value of the name attribute like this. Suppose input type radio, name equal to language, value is JavaScript. Input type radio, name equal to language and value is what? TypeScript. Name is the same, but values are what? Name is the same, but values are what here? Different. Name is the same, but values are different. Then how can you get names of all these elements by using a method called which one? Get elements by what? Name. To get the elements with a specified name, you use a method of document. And what is the name of that method? Get elements by name. See, all these are useful for input validations. We'll see input validates different applications of which one? JavaScript with the HTML. Don't worry. But first you try to understand these fundamentals, like how to read what? Elements from the document. How can you search the elements from the document? That searching can be done with the ID. That searching can be done with the name. But ID is a unique, but name is not unique. So I get elements by name. Will it return one element or more than one element? More than one element, right? Yes. To get all the elements with a specific name, use get elements by name. Okay, see here. Get elements by name. Return a node list. Node list. Okay, node list. See here. Get elements by name. Accept the name, which is the value of the name attribute. The elements return a live node list of which one? Elements, right? It means which is available in which one? Document. Which is available within the document, right? For example, see here, the written collection of elements is alive. It means that the written elements are automatically updated when elements with the same name are inserted or removed from the document. Okay, if you insert one more, live means what? Automate, which is available in the document. So, which is available in the document means the changes can be at the time of designing. These changes can be during what? Runtime. It means DOM is fixed. No. DOM hierarchy changes based on what? The document content change or not? Yes. It is not fixed. Okay. It means within the DOM you can add one node. Or within the DOM you can add one element. From DOM you can remove one element. But whenever you add, then the changes will be done within the DOM. DOM is a dynamic. So that is how you are adding it. That is how you are adding, or what is that? Removing. Then the DOM get what here? Changed. So get elements by name. This is one example. I have taken the example of which one? Radio buttons, because radio buttons will have one name or more than one name. So more than one radio button will have the same name. More than one radio button will have the same name. A simple example I have taken. Yes. When you click on the submit button, here you are trying to check some validation. I'll just tell you how to add the listeners and how this event handling is done. How to add the listeners and how this event handling is done. But this example shows the validations, and based on the selection, it will give some value. Based on the selection, it will give what? Value. See here. Suppose assume that this is a get element by name. Okay. And then please rate the service. Like there is some which one? There is some radio buttons are there with there is some radio buttons are there with name. What is the name here? This is nothing but rating. This is nothing but which one? Rating. So what is the name is given here? Rate. What is the value is given? Very poor. And ID is what? Very poor. And name is a rate and value is a poor and ID is what? Poor. See here. ID is a unique, but name is what? See here. ID is a unique, but is it name is a unique? No. So all these radio buttons are having same name or not? Yes. So name is a rate, name is a rate, name is a rate, name is a rate, and name is also rate. But this ID value is very poor. Poor, okay, good, very good. But ID is very poor, ID is a poor, and ID is okay. Value is a good and value is what? Very good. And ID is also which one? Very good, right? Now these are the values what you displayed. These are values what you displayed, right? Now when you click on the button, which button? Submit button. When you click on the button, right? Which button you click on? Submit button. Submit button. Then you should perform some operation or not? Yes. You should perform one operation. When you click on which button? submit button. So what you are writing inside the script? Now there is a paragraph, ID equal to which one? Output. Now inside this paragraph, you'll add what? Text during, or inside this paragraph, you add a text during runtime. Inside this paragraph, you add the text during runtime. Just see here, how many, what you are doing it. Now this is one page. How many radio buttons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5 are there. 5 radio buttons are there. And one button is there. And what is that button here? Submit. And there is one paragraph also there. One paragraph also there. But this paragraph is what? Empty. This paragraph is what? Empty. But based on the selection, suppose if I select the radio button, which one? Good. If I select the radio button, good, and if I click on submit, then within the paragraph, you are adding a text. What is the text you are adding? Good. But you are adding within the paragraph during, or you are adding within the paragraph during what? Runtime. Runtime based on the selection of which one? Value. Based on the selection of value, or based on the selection of which one? Radio button. So when you click on the button, it should perform some action or not? Yes. But we created button. But are you add any listeners? No. Are you add any actions, or are you add any events? No. You are not added any event, or you have not added any listener. Listener. What is the role of listener? Listening. What is the role of listener? Listening. What will listen? What will listen? Action. What will listen? Action. Action. Suppose if I click on button, then who will listen? Which type of event is occurred? Listener. Okay. So I'll explain this listening architecture, but don't worry. So you are adding one event listener. What is that event? Button dot add event listener. What is that listener? Click. Okay. What is that event you are adding here? Click. So when you click on this button, you are performing this operation. When you click on this button, you are performing this operation. Now this is which function? See here. Function. This is which function? This is which function here? Arrow function. Arrow is there. Arrow. This is which function? Arrow function. Is it anonymous or not? Yes. Is it this function is having any name or no name? No name. Arrow functions are name or without name? Without name. Okay. So this add event listener, you are sending how many values? Alright. To this add event listener, you are sending how many? 2 you are sending it. One is click and one more is what? Function. It means if the event is a click, then it perform which operation? It perform one operation or run. This operation is represented as one function. Which function it is? Arrow function. But just understand the code inside this, because I'll try to tell you what is the meaning of add event listener and what is a click and all these things. Don't worry. So inside this function, what you are searching for? Get elements by what? Name. Get elements by name. What is that name? Rate. Rate. How many elements are there with the rate? How many elements are there with the rate? 5 elements are there. How many elements are there with the rate? 5 elements. What it is returning? One array. What it is returning? One array. Is it returning one array or list or not? Yes. Okay. From that list, each time you are reading one. From that list rates, each time you are reading one rate. Each time you are reading one rating. From list of ratings, you are reading each time one rating. For each, rates not for each. Every time you are reading one element. Which element you are reading? Rate. And assigning to which variable? Rate. And then you perform one operation. What is that? If rate dot checked, rate dot checked, then you are saying output dot inner text. Output is which one? Paragraph. Output is which one? Paragraph. Within the paragraph, you are trying to insert what? Text. What is that? You are selected rate dot value. Rate dot value. So what is each rating is having one value or not? Yes. So this is how you manipulate dynamically, right? So document dot get element by ID is what? Output. Output is referring to which one? Paragraph. How can you add the text within the paragraph? By using one property called which one? Inner text. And you selected, then how can you read the value of element? Rate dot value. And dollar is used for reading the value. Dollar, see, this is one string, right? What is this here? String. Within the string, you are replacing this value. But how you replace the value? By using replacement field. This is called as a replacement field, right? It means within the string, you are inserting the value. Within the string, you are inserting what? Value. I cannot write. I'll explain this also. If I say rate dot value, will it insert rate dot value or rate dot value? Rate dot value. Is it this is treated as text? Tell me here. Is it this is treated as a text? Tell me, is it this is treated as a text only, right? But within this string, I want to insert what? Value of which element? I want to insert value of which one? Rate. Inside the string. Inside the string, I want to insert value of rate. How can I insert? By using curly brace. This is called as which field? Replacement field. This is called as which field? Replacement field. This field within curly braces, what do you have? Rate dot value. But how to read it? By using which one? Dollar. How to read it? By using which one? Dollar. It means this field is replaced with the value of which one? Rate. This field is replaced with the value of which one? Rate. What is the value of rating? Good, very good, like that. Okay, na? Yes. You are inserting this. Insert which one? String. How can you insert the value within the string? How to insert value within the string? For that, you are using one replacement field that is prefixed with what? Dollar. And followed by which one? Curly brace. And end with what again? Curly brace. And which value you are inserting in the string? Rate dot value. Rate is which one? Radio button. What is rate here? Radio button. Which value you are reading? Radio button value. And you are inserting within what? String. Maybe you might find some difficult, but this for loop, for each will read each time one rate. One rate means one radio button and assigned to which variable? Rate. And then you are checking, is it rate is checked or not? If it is checked, then you are reading the value of that and you are inserting within, or you are inserting within what? String. Otherwise, you have to do what? Concatenation. You have to do what? Concatenation. Concatenation also you can do it. Concatenation means, what do you do it? You just remove this rate dot value. You close the string here and then use what? Use which symbol? Plus and close this one. What you are doing now? You are taking which one? Rate dot value. What is rate? What is a rate? Is it a rating is a radio button or not? Yes. You are reading the value of which button? Radio button. You have to concatenate that. Instead of doing concatenation, what you are doing? What you are doing? Inserting within the, you are inserting within the string by using curly braces. Curly braces and followed by which one? Dollar. Followed by dollar. That indicates you are reading value and then inserting. Yeah, single quotes or double. Whatever you write in the single quotes or double quotes, that represent it as what? Single quotes or double quotes that represent it as what? String. Okay. So get element by ID and get element by ID and get elements by what? Name. When to use get element by ID? 1. Get element by names. Get elements by name if it is more than one element with the same name. And if you want to read each time one element, yes, yeah, no problem. Okay. You want me to change up? Okay. Okay. No problem here. What is this? Single quotes. I said, single quotes means single quotes only. Okay, now, right. Just I run this. Okay. Now, this is, okay. Now, I just write here and submit. So, you are selected dot rate dot value. But where is the value? Value is there or not there? So value. So this is if checked, right? Escape sequence. Okay, now I just select this one. Now you selected which one? 4, right? So that is, now this is called as escape character. You have to use this with which character? Escape character using which one? Tilt. You have to use which one? Tilt, which is called as not a smart quotes. This is called as which one? Smart quotes, not a single quotes, but this is a smart quotes, which is at which symbol here? Tilt symbol. This is which symbol here? Tilt symbol. Tilt symbol is there because this is having which one? Replacement field or replacement what? Value. So that is done by using dollar and then name of the element and followed by which one? Value. But anyway, I'll try to tell you with the simple examples. Might be you might find it difficult if you see this big program, right? But first we'll start with a simple example with get element by ID and get elements by name. I'll tell you simple example because I think for you might be it is somewhat difficult to understand this code. But anyway, tomorrow what I'll do is I'll take one simple examples and we'll do some validations. Which validations? Form validations. Okay. First we'll start with the form validations and then next we'll see how can you add the elements during runtime and changing the properties of HTML document and changing CSS styles and all the things by using which one? JavaScript. But first we'll start with the form validations, like how to read values from the form and how to manipulate it. Like suppose simple calculator. I want to develop one calculator. Calculator I want to develop. Suppose this is called as which one? Calculator. I want to develop HTML. I want to develop which calculator? HTML calculator. We'll see simple and then we'll go for complex, right? But not today, but we'll see tomorrow, right? So don't miss the tomorrow's class because we'll be talking more about get elements by name and get elements by ID. And even I'll tell you how to handle events. What is event listening and how the events are handled by JavaScript. Okay. So there will be event handler will be there and there is event listener will be there and there is an event object will be there. So this event handling is done by using one architecture. This event handling is done, event handling is handled by using one architecture and will also, I'll try to explain that architecture of event handling. There is one architecture called event delegation model. It uses one architecture called event delegation model. Okay. We'll see what is the event delegation model in detail, but not today, but tomorrow we'll see that, right? So thank you. We'll see tomorrow this, right? Yeah. Which one? Yeah, that is method. It's a property. This is a property. This property is bound with a function. That is a property. See, property can be bound with a value. Property can bind with a function. Yes. This function is anonymous function and is bind with get employee number. Yes, property name. That is called as a property name.